First year with our one-to-one devices. Each kid now has their own computer, and one of the things that's been nice is that our students have had kind of grown up with technology, and so the transition from textbook, paper, and pencil to allowing them to do research on their computers, submit assignments and assessments on their computers has really been valuable and had a big impact on our student learning.
Having one-to-one devices in my classroom has been really important. Every kid comes in with the same set of tools that allow them to be successful.
We have kids from all different walks of life. We have kids who, if they need something, they have it, and we have other kids that don't. And ultimately, we want all of our kids to be successful. And so having our kids with the ability to all have equal access to this equipment is really important.
It is beyond important to have every kid start off with equal access to information. It's like running a race, but letting some kids start halfway ahead of them. It's just some kids at home are able to look up information, they are able to watch documentaries, they're able to answer their own questions, and some kids aren't. And by providing the one-to-ones here in school, we level that immediately out of the gate. They all have the same start and they can go the same places now.
You're seeing this kind of paradigm shift rather than me as a teacher just giving them information and them, sitting there and taking notes. There's this shift where I see more engagement together. It's really changing the look of a classroom.
We have noticed a significant increase in overall student grades this year. I know that the one-to-one devices are part of that, but in talking to my teaching partner and looking at our grades compared to last year, overall grades are up. We don't have nearly as many failing grades, which has been good to see.
Our students they're growing in leaps and bounds. We live in a technology-rich society, and it's important for them to be part of that.
The really cool thing about my classroom specifically is that it allows my kiddos to be the scientists. So in previous years, I'd just have to show them a simulation on my computer because the laptop carts were too old to support every student doing it. Now that they have updated technology, they get to be the scientists and they get to go inside the atom and look at all of the particles, or even be their own scientists and investigate data for NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association.
Each student, not only are they able to complete assignments on their computer, but we have downloaded the textbook on their computer as well, so they have access to that both at school and at home.
It allows them to stay in touch with what's going on in the classroom. It allows them to not fall behind, gives them an opportunity to be successful if they are absent. Everything from having assignments online, turning them in digitally, to being able to make up those labs without having to come in after school or before school.
The kids having their own devices has a really big impact on me for one huge reason: sustainability. I've always felt really guilty making copies and copies and copies of just handouts or reading packets or whatever it might be. And so having their one-to-one devices, I'm allowed to use the Microsoft Suite to give them access to all of those materials without printing them out. In turn, they can turn in their homework online, and I've eliminated almost all paper from my classroom, which is amazing for me. I don't waste time anymore having kids go, "Oh, can I have that worksheet from October?" It's all there, organized in a way that they can find it. So access for me at home and for parents to actually look at what their kids are doing. They can review it with them.
I'm not, my personality, change is difficult for me. I like things a certain way, and so I was a little nervous going into this year with the change to the one-to-one devices, but fortunately I have a great teaching partner who's a little bit more tech savvy than I am, and we just kind of decided we're going to dive in and roll with it. It's been awesome. I love it. I wouldn't want to go back.
We need them to be successful. We want them to go on to post-secondary education, and we want them to be able to compete in a world around with other school districts and other students that they're already doing this. And so we need to be moving forward with our own tech devices so that our kids can compete and be successful out in the job world.
It seems a little extravagant. A computer for every kid. There seems like there's so many things that could go wrong there. But for the odds of it making one thing right, changing one kid's life, that makes it worth it to me. And the reality of what I'm seeing is it's not one kid, it's a lot of kids that are benefiting from this.
And so just looking forward to next year. After this first year, I think each additional year is going to become easier for students and for teachers. So, excited about the future.